Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Tom Selleck said, Brian, would you put this? And I said, absolutely, Tom, whatever you ask.
You can reference an earlier episode, Patrick, where
The infamous episode 10, I guess.
is it 10? Okay.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
a vivid sex
Let
stream.
me write that down as a reminder. So
Put it in the show
really
notes.
into hearing.
You don't have to. All you have to do is look at the amount of views. It's the one that's way up there.
I'll be listening.
Interesting.
Patrick,
I'll
you
share
have
my opinion.
an apology already?
Already.
I have, but it's a little bit dirty. I don't know if it's
Go for it.
suits the show. Just
You've
cut it
listened to
out.
our
if it's
show.
not.
You've obviously not listened to very many episodes. I just sent Baby Yoda butt plugs to my friend.
Where's the 8-second dump button? Oh, it's here. Let me- Butt plug. Boop. Okay, so like 2 years ago, I'm gay, obviously, and
Wait a minute. How is it obviously?
well, you can hear it in my voice, right? We all have this.
No, the accent confuses the Americans.
Yeah, no.
Your accent throws them out. They can't pick that up.
Okay, so let me tell you. 2 years ago, I was on this app called Grindr. For people who don't know what Grindr is, it's a dating app for gay people. And I was texting this guy. He was like 22 years old or something. I don't know. And I don't recall his age. So it wasn't...
He was 22-ish, but I don't recall.
22-ish.
Consent,
And so-
we think.
What, sorry?
He could consent, we think.
Yeah. Talk. No, he was 22. I think 22, or 21, 22. So we went on a date, and he got into my house, and we had a lot of drinks, etc. And you know how this goes, right? You have this click with a person, or you don't have a click with this person.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So it turns out that we have this click. So I was really into him. He was into me. And we were on my couch, sitting, relaxing, watching Netflix. The chilling part comes next, so hang on. And so we were like kissing, touching each other on several areas. Surfaces. And we went to bed, obviously. Opening his pants, opening my pants, undoing, how do you say it? Undoing our clothes? Is that good?
Yeah, taking your clothes
Yeah.
off.
Taking our clothes off, that's better. And after that, I was having this horrible smell. Not from me, because I always take a shower before I'm going on a date or something. So I was thinking, where does this come from? And I was like, no, come, C-O-M-E.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I was okay. We were going on, and etc. I was taking off his boxers, and I was like, okay. But I told him so it was dirty. He didn't shower or something. I don't know. It was just this smell.
So the smell was coming from that region, is what you're saying.
And I don't like smells. Right?
I mean, most of us
Please.
don't care for it. No.
Sorry, what?
Most of us won't care for smells coming from that region. 9 times out of 10, it's not.
I
pleasant.
do always.
Okay.
Be clean, you mother.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So the thing is, I really liked this guy. He was really hot. He was really cute, etc., etc. But I sent him home. And the thing is, what should I have done instead? Should I have sent him to my shower? Hey, go take a shower and return after.
Or let's
but that
do it
would have
together.
killed the moment. Or together.
Yeah,
Right?
together would have been a good move.
But the moment was gone. It was just like we were hot. How do you say that in English?
Hot and heavy?
Hot and heavy, yeah. Hot and heavy. Okay, it's new for me. So I was like, okay, if we're going to take a shower, maybe it doesn't work out, or maybe it shrinks and the moment is gone. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I sent him home, but I am so sorry because it's my apology to him. I'm sorry if you're listening. Should I say his name? I don't think he
No, gosh, no.
His name is Michael. It's not a fake name. Michael, if you're listening, hello, here I am. But I was so sorry for sending him home because
I am so
really good
bleeping his
click.
name out.
You will. But I was so happy with him on the first date, and we had this
Can
click.
I
this
ask you,
intense click.
how did you send him home? Like, what was your words to him?
I was like really simple. I was like, I'm sorry, I can't. I just can't.
That's
And I
it.
asked him, did you shower? He said, no, I got from work, etc. I was like,
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. You asked him if he showered.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's delve into the.
But
hetero-
no, wait. I had to ask him before the whole stuff happened, right?
Uh-huh.
I asked him during the moment. So I don't know. Maybe it's my fault. I didn't ask up front. I don't know.
You shouldn't
you-
have to
well,
ask that up front, though.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah.
I think
Should
it's.
be fair.
I mean,
It's weird. If you go on a date and you say, "Hey, did you shower?" No, I didn't. Okay, bye. It's you can't. It's rude.
Yeah, it's not a good flow. It's not a good way to start.
No,
that
But girls,
interaction.
okay. So in the hetero world, girls have the same thing. They're like, "Hey, this guy was really great, but his hygiene wasn't up there." You know what I mean? They're like, that's like one of the deal killers right off the bat. Like, he was funny, he was nice, he was whatever, but he just wasn't good at hygiene. I mean, that's like, you know. But usually they're finding that out at the restaurant. They're not finding that out on your couch while you're Netflixing and chill. You know what I mean?
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I suppose.
But like we were
So Patrick,
in this
don't be a
moment.
whore. Don't bring him to your home first. You got to
Thank
go
you,
smell them at the
Brian.
restaurant first.
You're older than me, so I should get more experience. Oh God.
This is a learning show, Patrick. It's a learning
I'm just
show.
kidding, Patrick. God.
I know.
But
I know.
you
Be
can
as
find
much
us
of
on
a whore as
education.
you want. We embrace all of that.
But this happened 2 years ago, and you still feel a little guilt.
No, but you guys asked me. So what do you have an awkward apology to someone? And yes, I do, because it was like he felt bad about it. He
Aw.
texted
Yeah.
and after a lot of time I found someone else and didn't go to my house on the first date, etc. because I learned from it.
He learned.
Good
Yes.
job.
I
And this one
learned,
smelled
hey,
good?
this one smelled terrific.
Oh,
Wearing Chanel or something. Chanel, if you want to sponsor the show, please.
oh, yeah. Shout out to Chanel.
Shout out.
You got it.
But the thing is, nowadays I just met a guy 3 weeks ago and we hadn't had sex at all. It's just like getting to know each other more, etc., and like I never do sex on the first date anymore.
That's
Because-
not bad.
No.
It's good. It's good.
Especially if you're like dating. Because can I ask, how old are you? Well, I'm going to ask. You don't have to answer. But
I'm 28 now.
28. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a good, like, late 20s is a good time to start practicing that if you're feeling the need to, like,
Practicing
deeply
what?
can
To practice not having sex on the
not
first
fucking
date.
somebody on the first date. If that's what you're.
practice not being a total slut.
If-
Wait a
that's
second,
what you were doing
Jenny.
before.
Jenny is laughing her camel toe off. What's going on, Jenny?
Wait a minute.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that is a
Patrick
good
Cecil.
age to practice not whoring yourself out.
Right? Like if you're starting to understand that you want a more deeper connection with people and getting to know
Mhm.
them, like the actual dating process and maybe finding a partner process.
Mhm.
Yeah, sure.
Well, okay, so like, let me ask you a question, Patrick, because I have a lot of gay friends. I live in a community
heard,
that
yeah.
has a large gay community. I
Yeah.
am straight, but I'm one of the gay allies in my community. But
Oh God.
most of my gay friends are total sluts. Like
Mhm.
total complete sluts. And the thing is whenever I started thinking about it as a man and what our carnal desires are, how we think as
Mhm.
men, it
Yeah.
totally makes sense. I mean, like, we're hunters. We want to go have sex. We want what we
We're
want when we want
hunters.
it. Yeah. You know, I mean,
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
and it's not necessarily a condemnation on the gay community. I'm just saying,
Mhm.
like, men looking for other men, we're pretty easily to come to that point where, like, yeah, we just want to hook up and, you know,
Mhm. The thing is, Brian, like in the gay community, it's really an issue because like you have this HIV stuff and the how do you call them
STDs.
STDs, right?
STDs,
Yeah. And the thing is, in the gay community, it's really easy to hook up with someone and have sex and okay, bye, never see you again. But it's also, if you think about it, it's also a dangerous thing, right? Because a lot of gay people don't use condoms, for example. And I'm like,
shout out to Durex if you'd like to sponsor us.
if you like to sponsor the show, please
Yes,
go
yeah.
on. But and lubricant, please. But the thing is, it's just like this is really a hot topic. Do you hear?
Yeah.
Hot topic inside the gay
If you'd like
community.
to sponsor our show, Hot
Hot topic.
if you still exist.
I agree.
Sorry.
I understand, Patrick, what you're saying. And I have a concern because these are dear friends of mine. And the thing is I think when we get to a certain age, it's easy to have connection and have attention from people. It's hard to find a relationship. And a lot of the people in my universe and my world are very dealing with a lot of depression and stuff because they've spent a lot of their years in that immediate attention zone, and they're really having a hard time getting into the relationship zone. So I agree. I mean, that's Netflix and chill kind of killed us.
Well, another person that killed Netflix, as we head into our weird obsessions. Have you guys seen Kevin Spacey's annual random messages?
No.
Like he posted on Twitter.
Yes. He has two of them as Frank Underwood, and they're just random holiday, like semi good production of him like trying to like open a window of him coming back. And
is he coming back? That's the question.
I am all in on this.
It is so bizarre, but he had a lot of bad moments.
Did he have a lot of them?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I don't know that.
Yeah. No, I mean,
I still
it's
love
been
Kevin
a while.
Spacey.
I know. I was really crushed when he was my favorite, but he released this one video yesterday, I think it was yesterday. And then they said he released one last year too. And that's all he's released is these two like random videos.
He's silent on Twitter, on social media, etc. Right?
Yeah,
That's it.
That's it.
As Frank Underwood. He released him as, I haven't seen them. I'm going to go look at him, but he released him as Frank Underwood.
Yes.
On his channel, or does Frank Underwood have his own channel?
On YouTube. Well, I saw it on
his
YouTube.
private Twitter account.
It's a Twitter account?
Yeah, no, initially he posted it on his Twitter account, but it links to YouTube, so it's on YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see, yeah. All right. Interesting.
So I will, if you follow us, I will also send those links in as well.
Lovely.
But then I know you're gonna get into the don't fuck with cats, Brian, because you told me you were going to. But after you waste your time watching that,
oh my God, fuck you.
Looking for something positive, go watch Kevin Hart, Don't Fuck This Up. He just posted it. I think he posted it. I couldn't fall asleep after I watched the other shit. So I thought, like, what else can I watch? And saw Kevin Hart, Don't Fuck This Up. And I'm like, okay, it's probably a stand-up, but it's not. If you need a little bit of boost in your 2020, this is what you need to watch.
Okay, so I watched, after you had sent that over to me, I watched the first episode today before the show. And I hear you. I'm with you. Like, it's super motivational and it's fascinating because I didn't know that much about his story in general, like his background. And I came from a relatively similar background growing up as a child. So that was interesting to me. But just that first episode, I was exhausted after watching just that episode. And I'm just sitting there on the couch. Like, and not to give it, I won't give it away, but there's just so much that this guy does every minute of every day on top of having a family life. Like, because I
Is
feel
it a documentary about Kevin Hart, or I haven't seen it?
Yeah, it's documentary style about his life. So the first episode, I mean, Jenny, I don't know how much you've watched of it. I didn't even know there was episodes. I thought it was one big just documentary, like a 90-minute something, but it's episodes. So I only watched the first one. But it explains his background growing up as a kid, and then where he's kind of at right now, and some of the things that he's said in the past and apologizing. And it's super fascinating. But this guy, I don't know how he stays afloat, like without a massive cocaine problem. I just don't get it.
Yeah. Brian, you had a question.
So I have a question. Now, listen, I don't think Kevin Hart can do anything wrong. I love the dude. He's inspirational. He's a super cool, he's a hardworking actor. And I've not seen anything of what you're talking about. My question is how do we feel about people that do documentaries about themselves?
Okay. So here's the deal. back in, I would say probably about a year and a half, 2 years ago, I had to unfollow Kevin Hart